I fully had the intention of using this deck in yesterday's reading, so we're going to use it today, and we'll start out with it today. So we've got it cleansing for a second here, and then we'll dive into this reading. Okay. I haven't fully absorbed where this is going to go, so bear with me. We might have to grab some decks as we fill out the energy today. We might have to grab some just as we go. Give that a good shuffle. Okay. Butterfly at the bottom, the mystic. I have an idea. I think this is in line with the reading I just did. The stone, the king, the poet, the desert. First impressions, I'm getting colors, and this one, the stone, we've got this geometric pattern. Yesterday I was talking about crystal grids a little bit. We've got the stone inside this geometric pattern, and that stone is the most colorful piece of this whole picture. It very much reminds me of like an opal or of some kind. And it resembles most this poet card with the same kind of coloring. So it's almost like the poet lives within the stone that's within the geometric grid, right? It's giving me cosmic egg energy, like put all together. So we've got the king and the desert. I'm having resurrection come to mind, like the story of the Bible and Jesus and wandering through the desert. I think we're having I was actually saying this and watching this in a reading I did yesterday. I was watching it again, and I was talking about how I believe there's a second enlightenment coming around, and I think this has something to do as well with, like, not to be like a Christian religious like rapture kind of way, but like a second coming of Jesus is kind of happening, as in there is an awakening of the Christ consciousness, which is also just collective consciousness in a major way, because being like Christ is understanding collective love and knowing that you are part of the collective, and so you just love others because they are a part of the collective as well. So we're having this awakening is my first impressions. This is about the Christ consciousness awakening, collective consciousness awakening. The unseen, yeah, we've got the eye. This is us understanding that there are forces at play beyond us, and more and more people communicating that. I really think it's going to be a wave of a lot of people gaining confidence in prophesying or speaking for the universe and the gods in a way that would be seen as like a prophet, and, you know, showing powers that are using the ether, using the subconscious, using manifestation that some might deem magical or in some nature. I think we're having just a general awakening right now about knowledge and our abilities in the universe and our place in the universe. Okay, so maybe you're having this awakening right now. Maybe this is a reading that is going to resonate with people who feel they've been called to speak on behalf of the universe, and in some way you do feel a little like the rebirth of Christ, or the rebirth of a god, or the rebirth of a mythic figure, the rebirth of an oracle. You know, you might be feeling all these feelings of like, I feel like I am this person reincarnated because their beliefs, their ideas, what they did just resonated so much with me, so much for me, like on a soul level, like on an archetypal level. This is the archetypes deck. So overall, this is like a return of the archetype of Jesus Christ and Christ consciousness, like in a major way. This is like biblical myth that is being reborn, our understanding of unseen mythic forces and the gods being reborn. Okay. Going off of that, maybe we should ask, what gods? I was already using my Divine Masculine deck earlier, so let's grab that guy out again. Because I am seeing Yeshua, of course, I'm describing Yeshua, and that is one of those cards in that deck. I feel... I also want to grab this deck. Add this deck. Okay. Let's start with the Divine Masculine deck. Divine Masculine Healing. Hopefully I can tell you the story of whoever lands well enough. Buddha. Of stillness, of meditation, of patience. I think this is all of us learning to tap into being one with nature. Like in this picture, it's giving at one with nature, right? And that is really the teachings of the Buddha, is remove yourself from the ego of your body and who you are in this incarnation and connect to the collective whole. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. I think I want to do an angel card. But maybe I also want to tap into Mother Earth rather than Christian angels. I feel like Mother is almost wanting to speak. Mother may be wanting to speak. This is a message of which angels are protecting you. I'm just curious if we've got specific, like an angel of peace. Did I just see the angel of peace? Ah, that's why. I did just see the angel of inner peace at the bottom of the deck. I was like, did I just see the peace? And that's why I said peace, because it was at the bottom of the deck. It's giving resurrection, right? Finding the light inside of us that resurrects the Christ consciousness. Angel of detoxification. I think this is meaning detoxification from consumerism and from, the world we live in a lot of aspects, technology. You might need to get off of YouTube since you're probably watching this on YouTube. Really connect with nature, go and appreciate the little pieces of nature here. That's when the angels are sitting with you, is when you have your feet on the ground and you're surrounded by the birds and the butterflies. Okay, go listen to the birds, go appreciate the insects, go touch some moss, don't worry about getting dirty or whatever you worry about. Try to just tap into Mother and be there for that moment. I was thinking of pulling some animal cards to talk to Mother a little bit here. If you see one of these animals, that might be a sign in some way, or one of these animals may resonate with you. Let's see. What animal spirit advice do we have from Mother? The Elder Moose. Honor your lineage, honor your ancestors. I did a reading the other day where I was like, the spirits are strong and they're really wanting to be worshipped and thanked and have an altar set up to them to respect them. This is reaffirming this. Go and be in nature to honor your ancestors. Honor the ancestors of every living being that has lived and died on the earth to get us to the point where we're at today, because we've all just existed by absorbing the past nutrients of the life that used to exist. We all have existed that way for however long there has been life existing on this planet. Okay? That's how life functions. Honor that lineage to every degree. Yeah, this is that same collective. You are really, really encouraged to speak up for Mother Earth. Go listen to her, tap into her, understand her and her lineage, and then speak for her, really sing for her. Elder Heron and Elder Cardinal, and we get more patience. We've gotten more patience, and I'm going to note this flame as well, the Ignite Your Flame piece. We had this Angel of Inner Peace that had the flame, while we also have this King card that has, there's a ray of sun directly streaming. Like, this is you activating your directed sunlight to manifest something for the world. This is you manifesting, speaking and igniting a flame, understanding the world because you've practiced patience, you've tapped into the Buddha, you understand nature herself, that you feel comfortable speaking for her. That's what you've been asked to do. So if you aren't here, you reach out to me, we can tap into it more, or you just need to practice. And if you need to practice your skills on somebody, I would also happily love to be read for if you need to practice on somebody. That being said, I think this is the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Check out my TikTok if you're not following there on TikTok. I'm going to try to do some fun oracle readings here, as well as occasionally I'll do some astrology. I might explain some of my theories about the universe at some point. But for now, I'm going to try to do a daily oracle reading of some type. I'm trying to lean into intuitive oracle astrology as well, because I have a lot of astrology knowledge and astrology decks. So if that's something that the overlap interests you, please subscribe, stick around, follow, whatever you do here on YouTube. And yeah, keep following me.